For those of you who remember Seinfeld, there was an episode in which George Costanza becomes successful because he's literally doing the opposite of what his brain is telling him to do. And so, like, you could take the same approach with Donald Trump. No matter what he does, the opposite is probably the right decision. And we're seeing it now that apparently when you put tariffs in the billions of dollars on goods, which jacks up prices, not as many people buy them, which means people lose their jobs.
Crazy.
Isn't that a wild, like, way that works? And Donald Trump is also now, because he's floundering and he can't admit that the tariffs are bad, he's now floating the idea that the tariffs are so good that we can get rid of the federal income tax.
Yeah. You know what's like a really good idea? Let's go back to the economy we had before we got off the gold standard.
I know. How
that's
about
what
this?
he's talking about.
Right.
We replace income tax, the most regressive form of tax there is. I think that's a great plan. That, by the way, would have to bring in 10 times what it already is to be able to replace the income tax.
That's the problem, right? I mean, it's this thing. It's like the federal income tax brings in a tremendous amount of revenue to the federal government every year, and the tariffs, like I said, your goods, in order for that to work, everything you buy would need to be 10 times as expensive as it is now to even become close. And poor people will end up paying more of the burden than rich people. So, of course, he wants to do it.